Hi guys, my tea bag clock needs a bit of maintenance or servicing. Actually, it really needs throwing out. Nanny's quite upset with the fact it's gone green and mouldy. But what I was going to do was replace the magnesium strip. I've actually cleaned it a bit, but it's still pretty black and corroded. So I was going to replace it, and then I thought maybe we could update the clock and put one of my bigger digital displays on there. So that's what I'm going to do. Rather than just replace that, I will transfer, well, that probably didn't help, that was loose on there. I'll transfer this onto here, solder that onto there, and do away with that. Which works, but it's just not very clear because it's so small. So, I did a video the other day on soldering directly onto these tags. Can't even see that because it's out of focus. If we pop it apart, we can actually pull the metal spring out and then solder the wire on the end so it doesn't come loose. And then the other end is still handy for, yeah, all right, it is still handy for gripping the magnesium. I think what's happened there is it's corroded into place. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's all mucky and horrible. I use these because you can't solder directly onto magnesium, so that's a handy way of connecting to the magnesium, except that we do get a bit of corrosion build up in there. It's all right if you don't get it wet, but if you get it wet, then it does tend to go salty. I'll just pull this apart. We can poke that spring out. This end has got a slightly smaller hole than that end. If you push in that way, we can push the spring right out and work on it. There we go. Yeah, I think we can see that's got salts built up on it. We'll clean it off. I'll actually bend it out and solder directly onto it. I've got some solder that seems to allow me to solder onto this sort of metal. So I'll use that and then we'll slide it back in. Alright, that's the solder I'm using. Big Clive reviewed it, said it was rubbish, but he did say it looks like it works all right on stainless steel. So that's what I use it for on these little connectors. Like that. It's funny trying to do things so you can see them on the camera. Makes it quite awkward. Right, that's connected on there. push that back in that way. I want to get a fresh bit of this, but we'll just clean it up a bit. Let's see if we get any current. Got a few shiny bits. That might help. Right. Okay. Looks like that's going to work. Right, well, I'll put it back in the window ledge. I'll reset the time. Right, that's a bit clearer, easier to read. That's actually the right time. So that one's a bit slow. That one's a little bit slow. And that's the right time. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.